I'm going to teach you how to do a hands lib. Partner stunting, co-ed, hands the lib. That's the next step. First, you want to start out with the hands position. So, assuming that you already have a tossed hands, you want to start out in the hands. You're right here. It's all about just have a nice resting position, make it controlled. Don't make it shaking before you go up. Also make sure when you dip forward that you don't drop your elbows, because that's going to make it go forward and it's going to make it a lot harder to hit the actual stunt. So when you're holding it, have it be a nice controlled here, and you're ready to go to the next thing. If it's shaky, don't go to the next thing. Okay, this one's going to sound a little weird, but it works 100% of the time. People do it, they don't even notice that they do it. When you're holding the foot, the right hand, and you're going up for a lib, it's different than when you catch the toss hand. So you see, when you go up for the lib, you actually slide your hand along the side of a foot, and then that way it leaves room for your left hand to grab. Sometimes when you go to a toss hands, you're in a good grip there and you feel solid there, and then you go up for the lib, then you feel like you can't grab the foot because there's no room. So sliding your hand to the right of her foot, that leaves more room for your left hand to grab. And also when you're grabbing, I used to like grab my own hand and wrap it. I try not to grab my hand anymore. I try to grab her foot because she feels more secure there, because she can actually feel your fingers grabbing her instead of you just grabbing your own hand. If you're nervous to do a lib, then do a target. And I say target because instead of platform, because a target is when you get the grip of a lib, it's just 2 feet. So you're here and then you dip up to extension, feet together, and then you just get the target grip right away. And that way you can actually, it's a lot easier to obviously hold 2 feet instead of 1 foot. So you get used to the grip, you kind of get used to what it feels like. You go to that grip right away and then see what that is. Once you're up there, then she can pull a lib and see if you feel comfortable with that. As you can see, my right hand is underneath my left hand. Like 1 or 2 fingers might wrap my own hand if her foot's kind of small. And then the rest of my fingers wrap around her foot. It's almost fitting like a glove, like I learned from Dustin Velasquez the first time I watched his partner stunt tutorial videos.
You want to automatically grip, just keep your hands open. Second thing.
And your fingers wrap around her foot. Your right fingers go along the side of her right leg. Her right foot. Duh. And so, if you don't think you're strong enough to actually go up to the lib, you're lying to yourself because you are strong enough. All you have to do is when you're at the resting position right here, you dip with your legs, see no arms yet, you're just maintaining the position that you already have. You're dipping with your legs, and then you're giving it power from the bottom, shrugging through your shoulders, and then letting the weight and the energy and the power take you to the top, and then you don't do anything here. Like, this is nothing. You're just following her momentum, and then you push through your arms, and then once she's up there, that's where you actually hold it and then grab it as tight as you can. But this whole middle part, it's not this. You know, it's not that. It's dipping at the bottom, shrugging the weight off of you, and then catching it at the top, so it takes the most amount of weight off, and then you just catch it at the top with locked arms, and it's perfect. This is very similar to not stepping off to the right whenever you pull your lib pliers. But also, when you're going for the lib, don't pull your leg right away, because the base has to be able to push off both of your legs evenly before going to the one leg. So make sure you don't pull it right away, because if you do, then he's just gonna and then try to do that, you know. So it's not gonna work out. It's gonna make it a lot harder. You know, he's gonna think that your leg is gonna be there, and he's gonna push through evenly with both, and then it's gonna tip him over. So just make it easier, keep your legs together, and then go up, go up, go up, and like I said, about 3/4 of the way up, that's when you pull your leg, because that's when he shrugged the weight off, and then he's going to one leg. It's really just timing with both of you. Make sure you go at the same time as he goes, going to your one leg. If at any point you feel it shaking, the stunt actually shaking, one tip that I would tell you that helps me is I squeeze my bicep more. So usually when I squeeze my bicep more, it tenses my whole arm. So if I just think bicep, my whole arm is gonna tense as hard as it can, and then that's gonna squeeze a lot tighter. Also, either squeeze your wrist or your fingers. Think of whichever one, obviously you have to do both, but think of whichever one helps you to actually remember it. Squeeze your fingers as tight as you possibly can, and just making sure that she feels as stable as she can, and you just wanna replicate the ground as best as you can. And if you see her shaking on you and then she goes stunts with somebody else and she's not shaking over there, then you got a problem. So just fix that. Squeeze your arms tighter, squeeze your fingers tighter, and really try to be that platform for her. It is very important to get the proper grip. But what's more important probably is being able to hold anything that you get. And especially being able to hold anything that you get and make it look good. That's probably the best option there is. Obviously getting the good grip, making it look good, that's very good. But also getting whatever grip you get and then making that look good is another technique that takes a while to actually perfect. But getting perfect grip isn't everything, it's a lot of things. But being able to hold the stunt up there in the first place is definitely the first part.